Hey, welcome to the cave! It's that time of the year, everybody, because Bird Keeper Toby published his Wants to Battle tag 2020, a tradition he started a few years ago in which he sends out some questions to the community and we all come together to share our opinions and wishes for the new year. And I got tagged by the Keeper of Birds himself, so let's get into it. The first question is, why did you choose your YouTube name? Let me take you back to the distant year of 2017. Back in that time, one of the things that inspired me to start making theories and made me notice some stuff that would later become some of my first videos was the Pokemon Mystery Files, an official promotion made by the Pokemon Daisuki Club in which 3 characters discussed the different mysteries of the Pokemon world, talking about mythology, alien Pokemon, lost civilizations and more. And that just caught my imagination. The 3 characters were an occult maniac, a skeptic professor, and a ruin maniac. And he was the character I was the most into of the 3. And the ruins and religion of the Pokemon world of which he talked about had always been one of the things that I enjoyed the most from the games, and also what my first theories were going to be about. Though the character who drops the deepest lore in the whole series is a hiker, and that's actually my favorite trainer class, and there's a hiker named like me in Kanto who has a Geodude and my first shiny was a Geodude, man, that's a missed opportunity right there. But the charisma the Ruin Maniac had and the Mystery Files were a perfect combo, so in my mind I imagined I'm reading to you some classified files written by a Ruin Maniac about his research on the ruins and caves of the Pokemon universe. I had other names under consideration at the time, like something related to the Sky Pillar, the Abyssal Ruins, Cynthia's personal fan club, but none of those had the same personality as the Ruin Maniac files. And I'm happy with it. Okay, question number 2. What is your favorite Pokemon game? There are many candidates. I always find myself going back to Kanto with the Gen 3 remakes. I have a strong obsession with Black and White, with its lore and story. When it comes to spin-off games, the Pokemon Pinball series were the best. And I'm between those who really enjoyed Auras, despite the lower difficulty compared to the originals. I just felt the gameplay was really engaging. But the first place award goes to, no doubt, Platinum. First, I played Pokemon Diamond, and I really liked the game. The mythology had caught my attention, and the atmosphere of the Sinnoh region made me feel like I was trapped in the world of Pokemon. In this generation with stories talking about the origins of the universe, and with routes and music designed to make you feel small in comparison with the rest of the region, everything made me feel like I was in an important place. And then I played Platinum, and it made everything even better. I played that game many times, but I think the last time I did it was actually the best experience I ever had in a Pokemon game. Even if I had to battle the champion like 40 times, cause I challenged myself to defeat Cynthia's final Pokemon with Chatot. Yes, I like suffering. How did you know? Moving on to question 3. What is your favorite evil team? Well, Team Galactic, with their goal of restarting the world, introduced me into Pokemon mythology, and the way they are depicted in the game made me love them even more. Like, they are crazy, but in a fun and interesting way. But also their uniform is horrible, and that's why Team Plasma is my favorite evil team of the series. Well, not only for that, it has to do with many things. Black and White are one of my favorite games of the series, maybe number 2. Only Platinum is higher on the rankings, and the way Team Plasma is presented in the games with all this background about Templars, pirates, Freemasonry and more, I just love that. Ghetsis in particular is one of the best characters in the franchise if you ask me. He is the protagonist of a video I consider to be one of the best on my channel, maybe even the best cause I really like the editing in that one. But even before making that video he was already my favorite evil leader. Making theories just made me love Team Plasma even more. I like their aesthetic, their origins, and their leader who is just an with no redeeming qualities. I love the guy. Okay, question number 4. What should your viewers expect from you this year? First, I'll try to keep doing something similar in terms of content. I'll continue to make theories and new additions to the Mining for Meaning series, in which I go over the inspirations of different aspects of the series, like that Gets This video I talked about. But I also want to make a few more simplistic theories in the future. Those would work as the opposite of Mining for Meaning, so I can have a deep lore-based series and one discussing more mundane topics. I also am considering making an analysis about the narrative of the games in the future, not so much about the lore, but about the plot. Something similar to film analysis, but applied to Pokémon. Though that series is still just an idea and I have to think how to integrate it to the channel in a natural way and some other aspects, but it's something I'm really interested in doing. Oh, and there's something that actually started a few videos ago in very subtle ways. Now the channel has a continuous narrative expanding between different videos, which means there's Ruin Maniac lore. If you pay attention, I think it's easy to see some of it, but I can't say much without spoiling the fun, so it's your work to find out. And there are a couple big projects I've been working on for a while. There's an idea for a future video talking about a few things and places from Gen 4 and how they are connected to this specific piece of literature. And I also been leaving hints to that project in my videos. Oh, and there's the big project of the year, which I'll hopefully will finish this year, and this is possibly going to be the most personal video on the channel ever. I'm planning on making a video similar to those by Mr. Buddy, whose content I really enjoy. So yes, I'm making a What If I Made a Pokemon Region video. Some of you might know I'm from Argentina and the region is going to be based after Argentina, but I want to make it right, so it's going to take a while. Also, that's partially why I got a Patreon now, so I can use part of what I get from there to get some commissions done and some other stuff, but I'm already working on some character and Pokemon designs, which I share with some friends and patrons over in my Discord server. But here you have some stuff I've been making for that video. Oh, and maybe depending on what we see in the new expansions, I could go back to the beginning and do the Infinite Energy Files 4, so yeah, I got some ideas for the future of the channel, so watch out for that. Moving on with question 5, why did you start this channel? Okay, so going back to that time around 2017 when I read the Pokemon Mystery Files. In the previous years to that I had started to watch and read Pokemon theories, and watching those theories made me notice some stuff that was missing. So one night I pulled an all-nighter and wrote 2 Reddit posts with my ideas about how AC was one of the twin heroes from Unova, and how Infinity Energy is connected to Arceus, and how Kurt's family is part of the Ho-Oh cult, and more. Those theories did actually pretty well. People told me they enjoyed reading them, and I got some people telling me that they would make good videos. And I always had an interest in editing. I actually learned to edit making YouTube poops, which I never uploaded, and also I saw it as an opportunity to improve my English, which is why those videos are not only poorly edited, but my narration is terrible, but hey, you cannot improve without practice. Question number 6. Name some creators who you think your audience would enjoy. I think people would really like what Umbreon Libris does. He makes multiple kinds of videos, but he really shines when it comes to discuss Pokemon art. His redesign series in particular is one of the highlights of the channel, and he always shows a new and interesting perspective about how those designs could work. He does a bunch more of stuff, so go over there and check out his work. And also Kaihatsu, who makes videos about gaming and culture, and he takes aspects from different games like Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, and explores them in really entertaining and informative ways, going deep into them. For example, his video about the Hellmouth and how it's used in Mario, that video in particular is perfect to understand his style. I really recommend what he does. And the final point of this video is tag 3 people. Okay, I'm going to name 3 creators who I really think could make a good and interesting tag video. Gatorex, Beating Berries, who has such good editing skills, like that's real talent, dude. And also let's go big with this one of my favorite Pokemon creators at the moment, Mr. Buddy. Let's see if we can keep this moving. Well, that's the end. Thanks for coming here today. Nice to do one of these every once in a while, it's different, relaxing, and I'll have a new video coming out soon, so get ready for that one. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.